G'day everybody and welcome back. So yesterday I spent filming the making of this shaft and I done an absolute crap job of it. So it's probably lucky I've got to build a second one, so I'll record the second one and ditch all the footage on the first one. So what we have is two shafts. This one, I've got all the cutters for this one as well. It looks exactly the same as this. They're out of a meat tenderiser. Mate of mine picked this tenderiser up. He picked it up because the drive hex on the shafts are worn, especially this one. So he picked it up real cheap. Anyway, he's asked me if I can build a set of shafts for him and get it going again, because he does his own meat obviously. Another thing we discovered is these bushes that it runs in on the end are flogged out. So what I managed to do yesterday was machine this one out so it was back round again. And it's a nice fit on the shaft with no slop. So that shaft's correct. That's spot on. The hex of that, well, the size of this hex on this bolt fits the machine spot on. So that's what I made this hex to. The only difference between the two shafts is this one has a right hand thread, this one has a left hand thread. So obviously one spins that way and this one spins the opposite. Yeah, I done an absolute crap job yesterday of filming it. Nothing seemed to work out properly in the filming side of things, so I'm going to have another crack at it today. The material I've got is way oversized, so it's a fair bit of waste of material, but with the price of material in town here, I'm not going to go and buy any. I'd rather spend a bit of time and turn an old bit of shaft down that I've had laying around here for ages. Anyway, we're going to attempt to film this again. See if I can get it right this time. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to machine this out to 12mm, roughly 12mm. That's what I got the other one out to, and hopefully this one's not too far flogged out. I may have to go a little bit bigger, but I can make the end of the shaft suit. So that turned out at just feel 12.02, so that's good enough. That's that part finished. Okay, so here's the material we have to use. It's just an old piece of shaft. I know it's a miles too big, but it is what it is. For the price, I ain't going to go down here and buy any. I don't really wish to mortgage the house. I'll put a centre in it and then drag it out of the chuck, and then we're set to start. Righto, that's all the chrome off. I'll swap over to a TNMG now. This is the ones I've been using. They're a pulpit insert, absolutely brilliant. Been getting heaps of life out of them. I'll try and do some decent cuts and see what happens. So that's at 32.85. I'll have to come down to 23.7. Okay, I swapped over to a TNGG insert. I do run these at a fairly slow feed rate, and yeah, just take me time, so I'll probably put this on a time lapse. I've got a mill to take off this surface here, so I'll just cruise along with it. Okay, I am 0.05 up, so I'm going to attempt to take that off with these inserts. Okay, that did work. A few marks in it, but .01 and at this end 18.99, 0.02 the difference. I can live with that. So this has to come down to 23.7. Okay, now I can part this off, hold it in a collet and do the thread and the features on this end here. That'll do the job. Okay, I'll have about 1 millimetre to take off, or 1.2 to take off this face. that's that. Spin it around and put the thread and the little spigot on the end. So it works out, it's a weird number, the other one was the same, 18.8 mil from this end has to go down to 12 mil to fit that bronze bush that I machined out earlier. It. Okay, that's done. I've got to put a thread relief back in here and thread the left hand. It's a 3/4 UNF, 3/4 16. Yeah, left hand thread on this one, so don't do a lot of left hand threads, so something different. Alert. Now I'll get set up to thread that. That turned out absolute crap. Anyway, okay, I'm going to leave the lead screw engaged like I always do. And it fits like a glove, which is good. Screws all the way up. I'm pretty happy with that. So now it's over to the mill to put the flat on. There's a long flat that goes the entire length of the shaft and the hex. So after doing one of these yesterday, I've got all the numbers sorted. I've got to go down 1.47 mil on all 6 sides. So I've got then a hex collet block. And it's just do it in one pass, round and round and round. And that is that. It'll need deburring obviously, but okay, now that's done, I will set it up and put the flat that goes the entire length of the shaft. So this flat has to go down 1.4 mil from touch off. That's nice. I'll get all this stripped down and that's this job finished. Just had a bit of a clean up with the vacuum. That come out pretty neat, eh? Pretty stoked with that. Well, there we go, 2 new shafts for him, and I'm going to let him put them, or strip this one and put it together on the new shaft, and he can put all the old bits on the other new shaft too. They all need a good scrub and a clean, and hopefully he may be able to pick up a new set of knives for it as well. I did go ahead and stamp 1 and 2 in the end of the shafts, so everything's matching. So these already had number 2 stamped in them, so obviously stamped number 2 in that one and number 1 in that one. But that should keep this old machine working for a few more years, with a bit of luck. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Here we go, guys. So we're at the back door of the house. And we do get them right up. In the back there. Heaps of them.